Scrim Show, go to our website at awesomenautsrumble.com. But without further ado, I'd like for people, the community, to kind of be able to talk and get to know the people of the community, seeing the winners that they're always watching. So we're about to hop into an interview right now with Team Cute Men. Hey guys, how are y'all doing today?
Hey.
Yeah, pretty good. Feeling pretty happy.
Glad to hear it. Are y'all feeling hyped right now? You know, just another tournament under the belt. It's got to feel incredibly awesome right now, I imagine.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to have another win. I guess one of us here has more wins than the others, but it's still nice for us to win some.
Indeed, indeed. Well, why don't y'all introduce yourselves right quick, just so everybody knows whose voice is whose?
Alright, I'm DaveW.
I'm Moody.
Hi, Niki. Niki, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Niki. Hello?
Hi. Alright, so let me ask you this. A question I think a lot of people want to know. Is this y'all's news team in the future tournaments in the Awesomenauts community? Is DaveW, Ubi, and Niki Dream Team Wombo Combo going to be the threat to face every time?
I mean, I'd assume so. Depends on who has time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, all things going well. I don't see why we would change things up.
Gotcha. Good stuff. So going into this finals match, you guys had all this different, I guess, what do you call it? Did you guys, were y'all really confident that you were going to win, or were y'all nervous at all? Like, what's kind of going through your thoughts when you open up that first draft for the first match?
I felt pretty good. I don't know about the other two, but I always felt pretty confident. I mean, we hadn't dropped a single game leading up to the finals, so I wasn't too worried.
Yeah, me neither. Especially since they try to go with some funny picks at the end. You're not really sticking with the meta, which is good, but it doesn't pay off so often, like the screen pick or max focus.
I mean, okay, one question we got in the chat. Lancos, he wants to know, Dave, are you single?
Yes, I am.
Alright, there you go, Lancos. I don't know what he's going to do with that information. I just wanted to go ahead and deliver that over there. Let me ask you all this. You guys have been doing Awesomenauts a very long time. I assume this is one of y'all's probably favorite games, so they just want to play it so long. Just to get y'all know y'all a little bit better. What are some of y'all's other favorite games?
Well, I'm playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground right now with Ubi.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Alright, and what about you, Dave?
I guess popular games, like I'm a big Smite fan. I haven't really played it that much recently, but I follow Smite pretty heavily.
Yeah, do y'all think y'all are gonna get into the competitive of those games also, or is that just kind of a side interest?
Nah, I'm not good enough at Smite.
And player,
to be honest.
and
We'll see if there's a competitive scene in PUBG.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Just for fun, though.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. What are some of the if you had to, I know it can kind of be hard to kind of say this in general, but if each of you guys had to give like one, I guess, big tip to all the new players that are coming in, because you know this game is going free to play in less than a month. What would that be? What do you think is like one of the #1 things to remember to be good at Awesomenauts?
Maybe try improving instead of blaming your teammates in pubs, because I mean nobody can get that unlucky that it's always the teammates. I'm managed to get 90% win rates solo queue, so it can't always be the teammates, I think. And blaming Nauts isn't really a way to improve either. So I'd say just keep playing and find out what playstyle suits you.
I think the best way to get better is just scrim a lot. Always look for scrims.
You can do that at the scrim portal. What about you, Dave?
I mean, I guess for new players, I think it's probably useful to focus on 1 or 2 characters, at least when you're like really just starting out. Because then once you sort of get to know 1 or 2, get a bit better, you can get a good understanding of the game itself without worrying about what each actual character's doing while you're playing. So I'd say just focus on a couple of characters when you start.
Okay, that's good advice. Good advice. In the chat, 1A Paris wants to know what each of you. He's asking Niki, but we'll hear it from all of you. What y'all's favorite songs are.
Favorite song? I don't really have a favorite song right now.
What a cop out.
I don't really have one either.
Maybe Fireworks from Katy Perry. It's a pretty good song.
Maybe the Hong Kong song.
No. Okay, together agree.
No.
Dave, do you got a favorite song?
I mean, I'll give a real answer. I mean, anything by the Deer Hunter's good. If you know them, a song called Deer Misleading by the Deer Hunter. It's amazing.
Gotcha. Here's one, and this was something I was planning on asking y'all anyways. What do y'all think about Knots going to free to play? And I think everyone, I'm gonna chime in. I think everyone kind of thinks, yeah, it's good. But what direction do y'all see Awesomenauts going in now? Like, is this the beginning of a huge new era for Awesomenauts? Is it gonna get bigger and bigger? Like, where do you think this scene is going to be 6 months from now?
I mean, hopefully bigger, right? That's where we all want it to go.
Yeah. I'd say it gets bigger, but not to an extent that people would hope it would. I think they need to get a lot more things for the free-to-play things, and right now you can't really grind for anything. So the only thing you can purchase with awesome points right now are the avatars. I'd say there needs to be a little more for people to stick a year from now.
I'm really happy with it though, overall. Like, I think it was the right decision.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, and we kind of touched on this a little bit just with the answers that were to what are some of the kind of tips you have to new players, but Crafted Nightmare wants to know, any tips for people wanting to get into the competitive scene?
I think, I mean, unless obviously the scrim portal's there, like, if you literally have no idea, that's definitely the place to start. But probably to get a better fitting in, it's easiest if you can find 2 or 3 people to consistently play with. So it's much easier to find scrims if you're 3 people trying to find, another team, rather than just saying, I want to scrim, can we find 5 people? Like, that's pretty rarely going to happen. So if you can find 2 or 3 people that you like playing with, I think that's probably the quickest, or at least once you get there, it's probably the quickest way.
Oh, okay, and do y'all have any other thoughts on that or anything? Or, because kind of agree, it is about just getting in there and scrimming, but...
Yeah.
And we got one last question. These Knots and Ronman, please, are both kind of asking the same one here. These Knots ask them what is the meta right now, and Ronman, please, wants to know which Knot is currently OP in UP, and I think we kind of see that already just in the drafts. But in general, like, how is the meta shifting to what it is? And I would say even if you compare the meta to what is it at the Galactic Warfare just a little over a month ago, even with just the changes being not that big, it still kind of feels a bit different. How is the meta progressing, and why does it progress in the way that it does?
I mean, I think Genji was always OP a little, but there was a little buff, so people started picking him up more, and especially I played him a lot. I found out he's quite unbeatable at the moment, so I think since there's not a lot of people scrimming, you can easily find out new things that are considered OP. But yeah, like the Genji buff just kind of made it a little strong when Vinny got his weekend on Cloud instead of the Silence Clouds. That was a huge buff too for him, I think. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Penny got the buff on one Penny. Stuff like that. It's just always, I don't know.
Yeah. So to answer as well for like underpowered. I mean, there's a few. I mean, obviously you've seen today which characters haven't been picked at all. You got things like Lone Star.
Clonk.
Unfortunately, no, Clunk's really good. But we didn't pick it out today. Like Ulip can't really be used very much. I mean, that's you can literally just see characters that haven't been picked, like or banned at all. There's generally a reason for that.
I think some characters are just outclassed. I mean, you can pick everything at a certain place, but sometimes it just feels like one character does everything that other character does just way better.
Yeah.
For example, Chucho, Raven, things like that are kind of outclassed by Ted, all of them right now. So unless Ted is banned and all the others are banned, there's no reason to pick those characters right now.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this. I do appreciate y'all coming out and bantering with me a little bit. Hope y'all had fun. Congratulations again on making it to first place without have single loss. I think you guys only even had base exposure on y'all once the entire tournament. Like seriously, awesome work. I hope to see you guys back next month. Hopefully same spot. Hopefully get a win streak going. And congratulations again. I'll get with y'all after we end the stream in a little bit to distribute the prizes. And y'all have a pleasant rest of y'all's evening.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks for hosting.
You're
been
welcome.
really good.
Bye. All right, with that, guys, it is time to come to an end of our April Gathers tournament.